Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Explains video. Now today we are looking at all this nice new equipment that comes out as part of the Hay and Forage DLC that's been released today by Giants. So we're going to go through each of the machines in the shop because there's some nice configuration options, and then we're going to run through some of the nice features and models that are part of the pack and some of the machines. We're going to use them on this nice undulating and hilly environment. I'm actually on Erlengratt, so one of the base game maps, and we're just going to show off what some of these machines can do, so then everybody can get an idea of if they're up to wanting to buy the pack or not. So let's get cracked on into the shop. So first off, we'll probably go down into the actual mods and DLCs. We'll do it this way. So if you've watched some of my other videos around the equipment that's coming out and some of the fact sheets, you'll probably know some of these already. So let's start with the Reform Rigitrac H75. So nice looking little tractor, this one actually. A little bit different as well. Something a little bit different to what we normally run in FS22. A couple of different options, nothing major, just mainly tyres, etc. So you've got your BKTs or your Mitas tyres, and then you can change your colour of your plastic trim to make it a little bit more individual, so that's quite cool. And then we've got the Rigitrac SKH60. Now this one's a little bit different again, so this one actually has a articulating cab, so I will show this off when we're doing it in the field. So you can see there, you can see that on different types of land, when it's different undulations etc and different angles, the cab moves to allow the drive to be a bit more comfortable, so that's pretty cool. So it's going to have twin wheels or standard wheels, but we can't change the different types of tyres, so it's pretty cool though. And we also can't change the colour, which is a bit of a shame, but still a nice addition to the game. Then we've got a Reform Mountie 110V. This one's a little bit more like a normal tractor, it's a little bit like a vineyard tractor, but definitely used for grassland works in hilly environments. So again, we've got different tyre brands, pretty much all the standard ones. So you've got Michelin, Mitas and Vredestein. And then on some of them we can go twin wheels, so that's a pretty interesting look to say the least. Quite cool though, I must admit. Not say something I would probably run, but it does look pretty wide and pretty unusual. Then we get the Reform Muli T8X, which is like a utility tractor. Well, kind of a utility tractor and truck kind of thing. So again, you've got the different wheel brands. So you've got field wheels or road wheels. So then you can go different types of wheels. You've got rear twin wheels, you've got twin wheels at the front, then standard. Slightly different design for the roof as well. So you've got obviously additional lights and number plate moves. We've got a beacon as well. So we've got a big beacon as well, that's pretty cool. We've got a front point 3-point linkage at the front, or not. So, and then we've got the main colour. So whatever you want to change the plastic to, again, give it a little bit more individuality. And then we've got the two bits and bobs of equipment that can go on the back of the Reform Muli T8X. We've got the tipper, so this can be several different things. This can be a bale trailer or bale trailer with a front guard. It can be a tipper which can go left, right or back, or we can get the tipper and front guard. Now we've actually got the tipper and front guard, so we'll demo that in a little bit. Then we've also got the Prim Alpin, which is a really nice little silage wagon really, so you can get a silage additive tank as well, which sits there, and then you can change the colour as well for all the little plastic bits, again individuality. But also the unusual thing about this is it's got a rear pickup, so you have to attach this to the back of the Muli T8X, and then literally it can pick up from the back, so that's pretty cool I think, and something completely different. Next we've got the Brielmaier Mower, so we've covered this a little bit as well in our fact sheets and that. But what you can also get, which I didn't realise, and I haven't seen in a couple of other videos I've seen about this pack, is you also can get a Windrower. So I think that's really cool. I have actually got one as well on the staging area, so we'll give that a quick whirl in a little bit. So that's nice. And then we've got a couple of mowers that are coming in. So we've got a Knusel. So this, the only option on this one is you get the lighting at the front. So there or not, £500 optional extra. You then get the set Knusel Tornado 306 Plus. This one's got slightly more power, and this one has the ability to like move up and down on itself. Because you can see there's like a central pin, so it can hug to the contours of the landscape a lot better. Then we've got the Krone Easy Cut F320 Highlander, or Highland. It's just a standard front mower. So again, yeah, looks pretty good. No options to make any changes. Then we've got a Krone Vedrone 820 Highland Tedder. So again, not really massively different to the normal Tedders in the game, but again, something a little bit new to add to the game. So that's cool. And we've got a Swadro S350 Highland. So this one's just a very small 3.5 metre windrower. It's quite nice. Again, no real options or configuration changes. Then we've got these. Now these I'm really excited about. Sounds a bit sad, but these are a little bit different. So these are the Reiter Respiro R3 Compact. Now this does actually go on the front. Now I will explain something in a few moments when we get it out on the field. This is a front one, so this is they call it a windrower, but it's kind of a aggregator. So it kind of works by picking it up and then using a conveyor belt to move it either left or right, etc. So it's a little bit different to a windrower actually. I think it's quite cool. Then we've got the Respiro R7 RD. So this is again another front one. It does look like it can go on the back of the tractor, and it can, but it doesn't work unless you go in reverse. I can tell you that on good authority because I did actually make that mistake when I was planning this episode. So this does actually fold as well for transport, but it has to be put down in the unfolded position when you want to detach it from the tractor itself. So again, works very, very similar, and it allows it to like aggregate the grass, etc. into the left or the right side. Then we get the big one, which is the Reiter Respiro R9 profi. So this is definitely trailed, and this one works exactly the same as the other two, apart from it's obviously on a bigger scale, and it also allows you to then do aggregation or swathing to the middle or to the left and right. And this one allows you to change the tyres to BKTs or Verdersteins, but again, no changes on the wheels themselves. And then we get a very nice Pottinger Top 1403C standard windrower. Now this one's a little bit different though, because you can allow it to alter its width, so it can go left, it can alter the width of its arms, and it can still operate. So that's a little bit of an additional function, I think. So that's really cool. And then last but not least is a Pottinger Jumbo 8450DB forage wagon. Now this one's pretty standard, apart from you can remove the pickup, which is very, very unusual actually. It's pretty cool though, so you can just use it as a standard trailer. So you can remove the billboards at the front and the back, which is so a little bit of free advertising there for Pottinger. And you can also put cover on as well, so that's also another nice addition to the Pottinger range of forage wagons. So again, we've got one of these to show quickly. I'm not sure we'll use it because it's kind of a forage wagon, and forage wagons are forage wagons, aren't they really? So, but that's pretty much all the equipment. So let's have a quick look at some of the models quick before we get jumped into them. So we've got the nice John Deere 8R connected to the Pottinger Jumbo here. This one has got the pickup on, but again, as always with Giants, really nice models, really detailed, and just very well put together. This has actually got a live rear axle as well, so when it comes to reversing, the wheels do turn to assist or to hinder. With my reversing, mainly hinder than assist, but oh well. Then we've got this and we've got the really nice reform Muli and the two attachments that go on it. So you've got the forage wagon pickup and you've got the tipper trailer. Then if we go to the back here, we've got the really nice mower, and we've got the windrower. So I've not actually seen this before, so that's also pretty cool. We'll use that a bit later. Here's the Rigitrac and the Krone mower, and then we have the Reform Mountie 110 with the Tornado from Knusel, so that's the slightly smaller one, but it's the same width as the other one, but it's a slightly different design. And then we've got the Krone Windrower on the back of here, and then if I don't get stuck, we've got the Knusel Tornado 306 Plus, slightly bigger, so again a little bit of articulation on that as well, connected with the tether on the back of the Rigitrac H75, so that's a pretty well loaded bit of equipment. So we've got these Reiter bits of equipment now for the windrowers. So we've got this one here which looks like it goes on the back, but it actually goes on the front, but that's absolutely fine. Oh, go over the playground equipment, and we've got the big Respiro here from Reiter, so we'll use that as well in a few moments. And then we've got the smaller Reiter Respiro as well, which can go on the front. So as you can see, again, like I said, the models are absolutely fantastic. They look really detailed, really impressive as always. So yeah, got them connected to some nice tractors as well. So I think what we'll do, we'll crack on with, I think we'll go for this one first, and we'll do some cutting of the grass quickly. So if we get this set up, so if we just unfold it, let's do a bit of grass cutting and then we can do some windrowing and get it sorted. So here we go. And we can also show how good these little machines are at cutting the grass. I mean, the difference in size between this and the John Deere 8R is a bit ridiculous really, I suppose, but still pretty cool. So if you look, the four-wheel steering on this is absolutely incredible, and as you can see, the front mower actually rides the undulations so much better. I mean, we're on a pretty, I wouldn't say a massively undulating bit here, but you can just see it does move up and down a bit more, and it does get a better contact to the ground, get a better cut, and you can see there the mower's just slightly angled, and again just hugs the ground a little bit better. If we just spin around to the front, oh, we've actually done a pretty perfect circle, that's pretty good. So again, we'll go around here. We'll use this area here, I think, as just the place where we can do our grass cutting, so we can then have a bit of a demo area of some of the equipment. But as you can see, the machine articulates up and down, left and right a lot better. And with a four-wheel steer on these little machines, getting the grass cut on this in a tight area like that, turning circle, is absolutely brilliant. Really is. So we'll just go down here again quickly, and then we're going to get the other machine out, because the other little small tractor, let's fold this up and get it out of the way, actually, like I said in the shop, has got not so much an articulating front mower, but it's got an articulating cab. If we get out this one, and we'll go into the Rigitrac. So again, we'll get it unfolded, get it turned on, and we'll get it lowered down. Let's see how we get on. So again, but if we try and make it so we go around a corner, you can see, absolutely perfect demonstration there. As you turn, the tractor's all getting all bobbling around, moving about, etc. Moving to the contours of the grassland, but you are staying perfectly level in the cab because the cab articulates. And again, four-wheel steer makes turning and everything absolutely brilliant. So these little machines having the ability to do what they can do with articulation either on the machine or on the actual tractor themselves is really impressive. So very impressed with this. Let's just do this last strip here, because then we can, when we get the windrowers out, we can show these off a little bit better. So, and yeah, going well here. Really nice machines to use though, because they've got the four-wheel steer. Makes turning so much nicer. You can kind of oversteer though. That's the only problem I've found with it. But I think that's probably just my inability to drive. So I'll probably put that down to that. Now, I think what we'll do, I think we'll go on some manpower. Right. There we go. Right, so on here you've actually got two different types of view. So you've got the view here, like in first person or third person. So I'm going to move this out of the way quickly because of the little windrower. There we go. And then I'm going to go and get this. Right, so can we get through here? Nope. Crashed it. If I had it 10 minutes. Still crashed it. Turning in this is fun, to say the least. Since only seems to have one wheel at the front to allow you to turn, it does mean turning can be quite difficult at times. So, oh, crashing. All this nice new equipment, I'm crashing it everywhere. Oh well. Right, and let's just go forward a second. As you can see, you've got the front trail wheel there. Let's turn it on. I can see now the finger bar at the front. The animation on the finger bar is absolutely amazing on there. So let's do a little bit of cutting with this. Let's change it. There we go. Fantastic. Does a really good job actually. Quite surprised. Quite a good working width as well. I think it's 8 meters. So that's also something a little bit different as well and a little bit fun. So what we'll do is we'll do this last bit and we'll take it back. We take it back over here, get it parked up again so we're not crashing everywhere. Pretty much done with that now. There we are, fantastic. And then I think, quickly, let's get the windrower out. See how this works. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Fantastic. Well, hey. Again, animation's superb. That works really well, that. Well, let's get that back, shall we? I think it's absolutely brilliant, that. That's probably my favourite part of the hay and forage pack, actually. Really impressed with this. Absolutely awesome. So we'll take this back quickly. We'll leave it. I think what we'll do is if we move this to the back, actually we can then move this tractor out the way. I'm going to put it over here because, to be honest with you, I'm not going to get the Pottinger out, the forage wagon, because everybody's used a forage wagon. I don't think there's any real point. So I think what we'll do, let's get into the fence and we'll use the we'll get the Reiter set up at the front. So we'll get that turned on, lowered down, and again works very similar to the windrower that we've been using by hand. Literally either chucks it out left or right, picks up from the front, puts on the conveyor belt, and then puts it wherever you want it to be. So pretty good, and obviously depending on which way the conveyor belt runs down here depends on which side it ejects it to. So again, yeah, really nice bit of equipment. Nothing magnificently revolutionary about it, but it's just a little bit different and something a little bit nicer, I think, in the game. So the other one there, and I'll put this over here, because if we put this over here I think it will be good enough to what we need. So if we detach it, and let's then start with a slightly bigger one. So let's start with this bigger brother. Again, this is a front tool, so if you do put it on the back it doesn't work because the pickup is designed to pick up from the front with the wheels and the combs. Now I did try and do this from the back because I thought it was a back attachment for a start, and yeah, it doesn't work. So just to let you know, so there we go. Works very similar to the other one, apart from this one's just a little bit bigger, double the size. So it's very, very nice model again, and I just think it just might just add something a little bit different. So yeah, working really well as always. So it's actually going left and right this time, but you can have it going to one side or the other, or to the middle. So it's pretty good, that. So we'll pick that up. So it does fold up but you do have to have it unfolded to allow it to actually be detached from the tractor, which is a little bit of an annoying thing, but there we go. So there we go. We'll let that lower down, then we can detach it. And then I think what we'll just finish with is we'll move this out of the way quickly, the Pottinger, which is a very nice Windrower actually. I'll move this out of the way a second, I'm just going to get the last of the new type of Windrowers out to play with. And then hopefully we should be nearly there. So it's been quite a lot of equipment to look at and review. So this episode is slightly longer than normal. So if we again turn it on, so they're both going into the middle now. So if we turn it back on, and then we'll lower it down and get cracked on. Hopefully this should then swath it from the size that it's got right into the middle. So again, very similar design and idea to the other two. It's got the conveyor belt, it's also got I will show you actually if I can get this to lift. It's got like domes underneath where it can skim across the ground to allow these to pick it up. So yeah, very, very cool bit of equipment that, in my opinion. So let's get this back over to the to this area quickly, and then we're going to do a little bit of picking up, I think, with there we are. Right, hopefully there we go. So it's got to be lowered down before it can be detached, very similar to the other one. So let's finish the grass prep with the Pottinger. Now this is a very cool Windrower because it allows you to adjust the width of of the wings at the front, which I think is really, really cool. So if we pick it back up, unfold it again, if we pick it back up, we just adjust that one and we adjust that one, we can still row with it though, even though they're smaller. So the width is adjustable on this Windrower, which is unusual compared to normal Windrowers on the game. So again, just adds that little bit more functionality and the ability to work on smaller fields, and it just looks a bit cool as well, and also just something a bit different for the game. I'm still a big fan of standard Windrowers, but yeah, and this just adds a bit more to it. So let's go around this last little bit. Let's pick them up. Let's fold it up. Once it's folded, we'll detach. Actually, what we can do, the last thing we're going to do and quickly show off, we're just going to show off the last two implements that can go onto this little tractor. So first off, if we do the tipper, so this again has got four-wheel steer, which I think is really, really cool. So if we do four-wheel steer, there we go, go underneath, attach. So now we can actually change. We can go left, right and back. And if we go Y, there you go, untips one side. And if we change it again, do right, to unload, there we go. Again, that's pretty cool. And then we can do last time, you can just change it so it's at the back. So again, really nice little addition that. And last but not least, I think, will be this little forage wagon, the Prim Alpin that can go on the back of this. So actually that's fully that's folded, so that's pretty cool. And then you get it, you can unfold to make it bigger. Again, this has got four-wheel steer, but you can change it if you wanted to. So let's lower the pickup, let's turn it on, and let's pick up some of the grass quick. It does have a silage additive tank as well, so that's cool. One thing I will say is when you're running it in four-wheel drive mode, it's quite has a bit of a tendency to steer very, very quickly. So probably when you're following a swathed up load of grass. It's probably a good idea not to have it turned on four-wheel drive steering, but it's each to their own, I suppose, on how you want to how you actually want to run it. So I'll just get this last bit. So I think it's 50%. So okay, so I'd say it's about 12,000 litres, so it's not too bad. So if we just pick that back up, and then if you go and take it, oh, this is where it's going to slightly run out of power. Oh well. Right, so we take it to the silage pit quickly, and we'll just unload it, and I can just show you how the unloading works. It's pretty standard, but it's actually got a it's got like a conveyor belt floor in it. So we'll just go here, and we shall unload. So you can see here, we'll zoom in a little bit. You can see the floor in a second. You can see the grass moving, so but surely the animation there is a little bit interesting. If we just drive forward so it has chance, you can see there that the floor is moving, so it's actually a moving floor system, so that's pretty cool. So, and it's back ready to go again, so hopefully this will get some use on some of my series, or maybe you'll be interested in using some of the new equipment in this pack. If you are, let me know down in the comments of the video, and while you're there, give the video a like. So I think we've pretty much covered all of the new machines and the new functionality in the hay and forage pack. Now hopefully you found this video informative and fun. If you have, give it a like and subscribe to the Grainman channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks.